Dear viewers, welcome to this YouTube channel. In this chapter, there will be questions and answers in various cases. 3. Someone has asked about the following. Question. Will there be promotions, transfers, or reassignments to me in the near future? The questioner is often a government official. Answer. We will consider both natal and transiting chart. When the transiting Jupiter is in aspect to ASC, it means that those in higher positions or with more authority will be compassionate and provide good support. There will be smoothness in work responsibilities. The more Jupiter is in good position, the better chance to get promotion, as it indicates that the supporters have more powerful. We consider the strength of the natal chart by considering quality of transiting Tanu-Lak in that period, including both good and bad interactions among all transiting planets. For example, if transiting Rahu is in aspect to ASC, it indicates difficulties and complications in promotions, transfers, or reassignments. We must consider which planet exerts a stronger or milder malefic. Uranus can also distort the result and lead to unpredictability or deviation from expectations, especially when it aspects Saturn. Furthermore, it is important to consider if there are competitors or rivals and their number, because everyone's natal charts are unique. Other people's natal charts may be better or worse at that time in terms of both natal and transiting charts. Therefore, we must compare the relative strength of each person's natal chart. If the comparison cannot be done, we can make prediction only for a chance for one person. Question. Who will be the winner of the election for the Prime Minister, President, Members of Parliament, organization leaders? Answer. The same principle as above should be applied, but it is necessary to search for the birth date and birth time of every person to cast their horoscope charts and make comparison. If the birth time is not known, you must use personal characters and background which appear in various media as a guideline to locate their ASC and consider them in order. However, it is the first priority to look at the strength of the horoscope chart, because Jupiter, which implies direct power, are the people, the citizens, who are diverse and unclear. Then, Jupiter will only imply general smoothness and not a significant factor for winning the election. We must compare the strength of the horoscope chart of each person to see who is stronger. If their strengths are not significantly different, we must consider other planets and additional information, such as Saturn, Rahu, and Uranus, including their supporters, social trends, and in-depth information. These are intricate details that require a considerable amount of experience to evaluate such issue properly. It should be noted that this consideration is based on guessing ASC of each natal chart. Therefore, errors in locating ASC of any person can lead to inaccuracy of overall prediction, because it is just a single point, who will be the winner. Last 10 years ago, almost all astrologers predicted that the person who would become the Prime Minister was. I won't mention the name. However, there was only one astrologer had a different prediction from the others, and later, the result turned out to be the opposite of the predictions of those astrologers. This led to the reputation of that astrologer whose prediction was correct and different from others. Question. What will be my business, trade, or job prospects be like during this time? The questioner is often a businessman, entrepreneur, or government employee. Answer: we must focus on the 10th house of the natal chart, which relates to work and responsibilities. We need to consider the positions of the transiting planets during that period, particularly Uranus in relation to the 10th house, which could result in changing job or career. The chance to occur will depend on type of aspect, including conjunction, opposition, sextile, and trine. The next consideration is the position of Saturn. If transiting Saturn enters the 10th house, the native will experience hard working, or difficulties in job responsibilities or business operations. The position of Rahu will be another consideration. The transiting Rahu that enters the 10th house may lead to troublesome, hectic, and irritating issues in job responsibilities or business operations. Legal cases or disputes related to work or career could also arise. On the other hand, the transiting Jupiter that enters the 10th house will make business operations smooth, with people providing assistance. In any case, we must weight impact based on type of aspect, including conjunction, opposition, sextile, and trine. Furthermore, we must consider the strength of the native's natal chart. The native with strong horoscope chart and its ASC in aspect to transiting Jupiter will work smoothly despite having some business problem. It should be noted that when transiting Jupiter in aspect to ASC, it will have no aspect to the 10th house. Thus, we must carefully separate and analyze the issues, whether the personal life the native is going smoothly but the native's work is not smooth, or vice versa. This is a delicate and complex issue that requires thorough consideration. Question: what will be the love and relationship with my spouse? This question is quite interesting for most people. Answers: answering questions about love life is not straightforward because love cannot be explained through the influence of a single planet. Typically, the 7th house will be used for consideration of such issue because it implies spouse or partner with opposite sex. The location and quality of the ruling planet of the 7th house will be justified for the issue. The good quality of this ruling planet means strong spouse or partner with opposite sex and implied smooth love and relationship. However, if this ruling planet is in a difficult position, i.e., the 6th, 8th or 12th house, or without aspect to ASC, it may indicate distance or lack of contact during that period, but the relationship is still intact. If the transiting ruling planet of the 7th house in aspect to ASC, it implied the contact according the meaning of that house. For example, the conjunction or opposition to ASC implied that the native will meet soul mate or has good relationship with spouse, partner. Meanwhile, the degree of smoothness or problem will be justified by other transiting planets as general principles. It is worth noting that Venus has a direct meaning of lust and sexual desire. Therefore, in the case where Venus is in good quality and in aspect to ASC, it may mean that during that period, the native will be influenced by lust and sexual driven naturally. This is an observation from the old astrologer, and my second teacher once mentioned it. Question: what is the appearance of my couple? This question is quite interesting for most people. Answer. In terms of the appearance of a couple, ancient astrological texts would look at the positions of planets in the 7th house to make prediction. However, my findings suggest that this approach is not very accurate and cannot be relied upon for predictions. Noticeably from my observations, when Rahu is in the 7th house, the native spouse is often a widow or widower, older than the native or having some flaw. Question. The quality of the partnership and how long they stay together. Answer. In this context, the most accurate assessment comes from examining how well the native in the couple complement each other and whether they have any conflicts. This is determined by their planets in ASC and in the 7th house, whether they are friendly pairs, element pairs, kindred pairs or enmity pairs, and their meanings such as friendly pairs are the best match. They indicate a harmonious and supportive partnership, akin to friends or close companions. Element pairs are compatible due to the same element or same type of person. For example, Mercury and Venus, water element pairs, will have gentle trait, delicate and sensitive. Kindred pairs are compatible for co-working. They will support and enhance each other's strengths and capabilities when working together. Enmity pairs will result in conflict. They will frequently argue and face challenges, potentially making life difficult. If there are no astrological connections between planets of two natives or no planets in any considering house, it suggests a neutral partnership without any significant astrological influence. Keep in mind that this is an astrological perspective of a natal chart. If we can look at them and compare them together, we should have more details in prediction. Especially, the relationship between ASC of the couple's charts must be considered. Their ASC in an opposition is the best match and best auspicious, must also consider the issue of pairs as mentioned above. Their ASC in the signs with zodiacal connection is the second best match and auspicious. Their ASC in the same zodiacal sign is good and auspicious. However, the same type of person always has some flaw. For example, both Aries with Aries or Scorpio with Scorpio are straightforward, strong-willed, and logical. They may clash in terms of using their own reasoning and neither will yield to the other. On the other hand, Aquarius is stubborn, obsessive, or manipulative and trickery. Both may get involved in something obsessive or manipulative. No one will easily tolerate or warn each other, especially during influence of transiting malefic planet. However, if both ASC are in unrelated zodiacal sign, they can be a couple without auspicious if planets in conjunction with their ASC are not enmity pairs. Even they are in the 6th, 8th, 12th house, we just add meanings of those houses. Their couple life may not be smooth, but these are couples that can be commonly found, as life comes in many forms, not just one. Question. Which direction does my couple live in? Answer. In the past, there were general predictions based on this question, but nowadays, due to urbanization and improved living conditions, predicting based on a couple's location lacks accuracy. For instance, with the native who lives in the southernmost part of a country or on an island, we cannot predict that his or her couple lives in the south, which could be the sea or the ocean. Similarly, we could not predict a couple's location for the native who lives in the northernmost part, which may have cold weather and desolate land. This is the limitation of prediction. Question: Is my couple a foreigner? Answer: In the past, Rahu is used for prediction of a foreigner. However, my study found that this approach has low accuracy. In present day, international travel and interactions have become common. Finding a partner of a different nationality is easier now than it was in the past. Please stay tuned for the upcoming episodes.